Hello everyone. Today I am explaining equivalent single wheel load, that is ESWL. So here we are considering a rear axle of dual wheel. So this is the dual wheel. So here in vehicles two axle will be there. One is front axle, another one is rear axle. So in rear axle of dual wheel will be considering for explaining equivalent single wheel load. So before going to explanation, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. So see, this is the vehicle. Here, this is rear axle and this is front axle. In rear axle, here we are considering dual wheel assembly. So why we are considering dual wheel assembly? I will tell you. So see, this is the dual wheels. To maintain the maximum load within the specified limit, okay, to maintain the maximum load within the specified limit and carry maximum load, a dual wheel assembly is required in rear axle. That means here to maintain the maximum wheel load within the specified limit and carry maximum load, okay, here a dual wheel assembly of rear axle should be considered. So next, definition of ESWL. So before going to definition, so next I will explain. So this is the two wheel will be required. So that means dual wheel. So this one is first wheel and this one is second wheel. Okay. So this is first wheel and this is the second wheel. This is first wheel, this is second wheel. Corresponding, this is the first wheel load, second wheel load. That means P. Now, so see, here we want one term, or we are using one term that is called as a contact pressure. Contact pressure means here just you will be assume this is ground, okay, so here we are applying load, okay, so in that the contact pressure or contact stress should be two more in this particular area. Later upon what happens, it should be spread. So that means here it is two more, so after that what happens, it should be spread. That means so it should be spread like this, means here it should be two more, because of that it directly whatever for example I am standing the person means, so that person should be directly contact to the surface. That's why stress should be developed more here. So see, stress should be developed more here. Later upon what happens, it should be reduces. So same case also here also, because of that one wheel I am talking about one wheel. So see, initially the stress will be more here, okay, so later upon what happens, it should be goes on decreasing. Similarly here also, initially stress is more, later upon it should be decreasing. So that means contact pressure means here stress will be developed, or contact pressure, because of that wheel some contact pressure will be developed below the bottom of the pavement, okay. Now I will go to definition. ESWL is the single wheel load, okay, so already I said single wheel load means this is single wheel load. So P means load, yeah, it is a single wheel load, this is single wheel load. ESWL is a single wheel load having the contact pressure, already I explained what is contact pressure, which produce the same value of maximum stresses. So initially it is less, later upon it should be more. Maximum stress, deflection and tensile stresses at desired depth of pavement. So that means it will produce the same value of maximum stresses, even deflection also, and tensile stress at desired depth of the pavement. So that means in pavement, so this will be called, this will be called as a pavement, or they will be assuming this is the pavement. In that what happens, it will be developed contact pressure, tensile tensile stress, and then along with that is deflection. So because of that single wheel load, okay. So now here this is the dual wheel assembly, this is the dual wheel assembly. So see here, spacing between the two wheels, that is called as a yes, that is center to center spacing between the two wheels, that is yes, and D is, that is the wall to wall spacing, or else it is also called as a clear between the wheels, or clear distance between the wheels. P is wheel load, okay, that is traffic load or wheel load, and A is radius of circular contact area. So that means here this is, if I taken one wheel, so the diameter is 2a but radius is a. Okay, and now, so two wheels are there, two stresses are there developing in the bottom of the payments. Already I said, so this is the payment. Okay, this is called as a payment layers. So in above the payment or above the roads or above the flexible payment or rigid payment, some stresses will be developed. So because of the stresses developing here, because of the stress it should be developing in the bottom of the payment, so that stresses we are explaining. So see, this is the d by 2. So that means two stresses will be developed, but here in these two stresses developing, at some time, at some point it should overlap. So this is called as a overlap point. Okay, so that overlap point should be, take it as a that overlap point should be considering as a d by 2. Okay, that is very important, d by 2, where in at overlap point. So here whatever the single p should be acting, okay, because of that single p or because of that single v load, the stresses will be acted individually. So see, up to d by 2 points, at the d by 2 point the stresses will be acted individually. Okay, once it should be cross overlap point. Okay, once it should be cross overlap point, just we can see here the two stresses will be overlap below the d by 2 point. Okay, so here see, so this is overlap, this stress is overlap to this stress. So that means here it is overlap. So when it should be cross d by 2 points, so they are explaining up to d by 2 point single p will be acting, that is because of that single p. Okay, because of that single v load, stresses will be acting individually, but once it is cross overlap point, so that stresses, okay, that stresses should be acted as a 2s, corresponding load should be 2p. So this is very very important. This is dual wheel load, or this is ESWL. That means at the point of d by 2, that is single p. So see, so at the point of d by 2 it is single p. So this is first condition. Okay, at the point of d by 2 it is single p. That means load, whatever wheel load should be acted individually. Okay, the stresses will be developed, that is also individually. That means for single wheel load of each wheel, the stresses will be developed individually at the point of up to the point of d by 2. Okay, once it is cross, okay, this is called as a overlap point. What happens, so the stresses will be overlap. Okay, that overlap should be take it as a 2s. So in that 2s means here how much how much wheel load will be considering, that is two wheels of load, that is 2p. So this is second point. Okay, so here d by 2 comma p, that is single concept, that is uh, single point. So that another one is 2s comma 2p. That means up to d by 2, once again I am explaining, up to d by 2. See, this is single wheel load, right? So one wheel load, another wheel, so that means load corresponding wheel means single wheel load. So up to one wheel, okay, to carrying a wheel load of p, what happens, the stresses will be developed individually. So here it is called as overlap point. So that's why this will be considered as a first point, up to d by 2 comma p. So that means d up to d by 2, this v load should be acting individually. Okay, once it will cross d by 2 point, okay, what happens, the stresses will be acting. Okay, the stresses will be acting at the depth of 2s. So see, here 2s is the edge, the stresses will be acting, second point, 2s. Okay, so now it is not a single wheel load because two stresses will be overlapping, right? So see, here two stresses will be overlapping. So two stresses will be overlapping. So that's why here second point it is 2s comma 2p. Okay, 2s means it is a total depth of the payment, that is Z. So now why it is required? Okay, so already I said this is ESDF. Okay, point d by 2 comma p, that is first one. Second point, that is 2s is equal to 2p, that is second point. This is called as a ESWL concept. Now why ESW is required? So see, so this will be, I will consider as a total thickness of the payment. So in this ESWL, because of that wheel load P, okay, that is individual P or 2P. So how much ESWL should be developed? That is equivalent single wheel load should be developed in the bottom of the payment. So the Z is equal to total thickness of the payment. Here we can predict at different thicknesses of ESWL. For example, I will be predict here. So here one thickness I will be predict. Similarly, I will predict another thickness. So for example, Z1 should be taken as a 10 centimeter. So below the bottom of the payment, so that is at 10 centimeter, how much ESWL is there? So we can predict easily using this concept. Similarly, Z2, okay, up to from the bottom of the payment, from the bottom of the payment at 20 centimeter thickness, how much ESWL we can predict using this concept. So this is the ESWL concept. So the main thing is here, stresses is overlapping, that is very important. Okay, so stresses is overlapping means, so see, this is the overlap point. Okay, d by 2 comma p. Okay, so that is one case. Another one is 2s comma 2p. Next, so here sometime in problem s is not given. So on that case, s is equal to d plus 2a. So a means half of the radius means it is a, another radius of the wheel is, that is a. So 2a, s is equal to d plus 2a. This is the formula. S is equal to center to center spacing between wheels, d is clear between the wheels, p is wheel load, a is radius of circular contact area. Okay, this is the concept. Only thing is here, wheel load should be acting to the each wheel. Okay, because of that wheel load of each wheel, ESWL should be developed in the bottom of the payment at different thickness we can predict. Now, so see, so this is the concept, right? So now here two wheels are there. So see, two wheels are there. So for carrying two wheels, each wheel carrying wheel load P, right? So here Z1, Z2, Z3 means different thicknesses. We will be assume it is 10, it is 20, it is 30. So for every 10 centimeter, 20, 30, 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter, we can predict ESWL. Okay, for each we can then predict ESWL, how much kg. Okay, ESWL, equivalent single wheel load, how much kg should be acting below the bottom of the payment. Using this concept we can predict very easily. So Z is equal to 2s. So now already I said concept based on the stresses point A. Okay, so see, so that means I want d by 2 comma p, another one is 2s comma 2p. So already I said. So at the, so see, this is very important, very important for solving problem. Okay, point A is equal to d by 2 comma p, point B is equal to 2s comma 2p. Already explained in previous slide. So once again I will explain. So see, point A means it is d by 2 comma p. On what this will be taken as a d by 2? So see, for each wheel load of p, okay, each wheel load of p, so that is single wheel, right? So for that wheel load p, so some stresses will be developed. So that stresses, it should be individually. Okay, at the point of d by 2. Okay, up to the point of d by 2, that is individual. There is no any overlap above this pink line. Okay, there is no any overlap. Okay, once it is crossed, so that it overlap should be started. That means whatever blue line I shown here, so this is the stress, this is the stress. Okay, this stress should be totally individually. So at the point of d by 2 it is individually. That's why d by 2 comma p. So this is point E. Similarly, so what happens once it is started to overlap? Once it is started to overlap, so see, once it is started to overlap, what happens in the bottom of the payment? So see here, after overlapping, So the second point is, so this is the thickness of the pavement. Z is equal to 2s. This is also called as a Z. Z is equal to 2s. So see, 2s comma 2p. Why it is 2s comma 2p means stresses is overlap. That's why we are considering 2s. Why we are considering 2p? Because two wheel load stresses will be acting. That's why we will consider as a 2p. But in previous case, single wheel load should be acting. Up to point of d by 2, single wheel load should be acting. That's why it is d by 2 comma p. But here up to depth, that is z is equal to 2s comma 2p means here stresses is overlapping. That's why we will take it as a 2s comma 2p. This is the concept of ESWL. Okay. So this is the point. So this point A and point B should express in graph. Okay, how to express? So see, so here in x-axis d by 2, similarly p in y-axis, similarly z is equal to 2s, that is in 2p, that is point B. So first in problem, so we have to plot, or we have to point A and point B. So that's why I shown in blue color. Point A, point B, that is the preliminary part. First we have to mark point A and point B. After that we have to predict. So x-axis that is depth z, y-axis that is ESWL log scale. So both x-axis and y-axis that is in log scale. But in exam log scale they will not provide. Instead of log scale, here we have to use normal graph. So how to convert log scale readings to, or log scale values to normal scale? That means how to solve this problem in normal graph. I will later I will explain later. So see, now here the main preliminary part is, first we have to mark d by 2 point A and point B. First we have to fix. So using the value of d by 2 comma p, 2s and 2p. So the d by 2 we can predict very easily, p also we can predict very easily, 2s also we can predict easily, 2p also we can predict easily, because p means reload is given in that problem, d is wall to wall thickness, that is also given in that problem, s is also given. So see, here spacing of the vehicle they will be given, d is also given. Okay, and similarly s is also given. So if s is not given means s is equal to d plus 2a. Using this formula we can find. So after that we will get the point of d by 2 comma p, that is point A, and similarly 2s and 2p we will get. So that preliminary part is, first we have to mark a and b. So using in x-axis that is d by 2, in y-axis p, similarly in x-axis 2s and 2p in y-axis. So after plotting point A and point B, so see, after plotting point A and point B, so this is the preliminary case first, and we have to join the line. So whatever I join line, that is in red color. So now we can predict different thicknesses of the ESWL in the below the pavement. So now, so Z1, so for example they will be given in problem. So from the bottom of the pavement 10 centimeter, how much ESWL kg? Similarly Z2 is equal to 20 centimeter, how much ESWL kg? Similarly Z3, how much ESWL? They will be given. So up to 10 centimeter, 30, 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter. So that will be taken as a Z1, Z2, Z3. So see, so for example, if it is in 10 centimeter means, so for the 10, how much P1, that is ESW P1. Similarly for 20, how much ESWL? Similarly for 30, how much ESWL? We can predict in graph. Okay, P1, P1, P2, P3 are means, that is stresses. Okay, now so based on the diagram, so see, initially stresses will be more, right? Initially stresses will be more. Okay, means contact, because of that contact pressure stresses will be more initially. Later upon what happens, it should be lesser, or it should be reducing. So similarly here even ESWL also, initially p value is 2 more. Okay, initially p value is 2 more, next p1 is less, p2 is quite less, p3 is also less, and 2p is also very less. So based on that, so this is like this, p is 2 more. Okay, and load should be acting very 2 more. So because of that ESWL also will getting less. Similarly p1 is also quite less, ESWL also less, p2 means ESWL also less, p3 means ESWL less, 2p means ESWL less. So now you will get one doubt, so why, what is the difference between p and ESWL? Okay, so see, here the main thing is, in here in both wheels load should be acting, right? So here in both wheels load should be acting means, So using these two wheel loads, here we have to find equivalent single load. That means two loads should be acting here. So using two loads, so two stresses will be developing. So because of the two stresses, because of the two wheel load, here we are finding ESWL, means equivalent single wheel load. Okay, after applying two wheel loads, here we are converting two wheel load to equivalent single loads. I want only equivalent single load to the payment. That means equivalent ESWL, that is bottom of the payment. So that is using this two wheel load, here we are converting two wheel to single wheel load, that is called as equivalent single wheel load from the bottom of the payment. So that is found in this problem. Now see, payment thickness in centimeter, ESW in how much kg, Z2 how much, Z3 how much. So this is the concept. So next I will go to problem. Problem number 1. Calculate the ESW, that is equivalent single wheel load of a dual wheel assembly carrying 2004 kg each for payment thickness 15 centimeter, 20 centimeter and 25 centimeter. That means here we are finding the thicknesses for 15, 20, 25 centimeter. Center to center tie spacing is 27. Okay, and distance between the walls is 11 centimeter. So next, what is the given data? First we have to check. Load is given, right? That is P 2044 kg. Okay, it is not 2004 kg, it is sorry, it is 2004 kg, it is not 2044. Please, here I mistaken, here I mistaken here. So it is not 2044, it is 2004 only. Okay, 2004. So 2p is equal to 4088. Okay, so you have to multiply 2 into p, and d is given. Okay, so that means in the diagram d is equal to 11 centimeter, s is equal to spacing to center to center spacing, that is how much it is, 27 centimeter. 2044 load is acting. So now already is set. So for finding ESWL we require 2 points, point A and point B. So see, point A and point B we require, point A and point B. So using this graph, in point A p comma d by 2, in point B 2p comma 2s. Already I said why we have taken p comma d by 2 and 2p comma 2s. Okay, so p comma d by 2 is how much it is, 2044 comma 5.5. D is given, right? D is given 11 by 2 5.5. Similarly point B is 2 by comma 2s, means it is 4088 comma 54. 2 into s, that is spacing is given, so 27 into 54, like that we will get. So this is the diagram. Okay, so D is equal to 11 centimeter, S is equal to 27 centimeter, P is equal to 2044 kg. This is the diagram. Okay, I wrote here dual assembly. Next, here we have to plot graph. Okay, so now the major problem is actually this, for finding ESWL here we have to use log-log graph, but in your exam, so in booklet log-log graph is not there. Because of that, instead of log-log graph, here we have to use normal graph only. So whatever get the log values, we have to convert to normal graph values. Okay, that is the main part. Now point A as coordinates of p comma d by 2. So 2044 comma 5.4. So that is in 2044, that is y axis, x is 5.5. So now log coordinates of log 10p comma log 10 d by 2, that means log to the base 10p log 10 to the base d by 2. So here using the log values, so in calculator, so we will get 3.3105 and 0.74, that is in x-axis. Why we getting log 10 means, the main thing is here log graph is not available, the formula should be given for log graph, so we are converting. Okay, that is log 10. Okay, now that is for normal graph sheet. Next, similarly coordinates, point B coordinates has coordinates of 2p comma 2s. Similarly we are getting in y-axis 4088, in x-axis 54. Similarly log coordinates, that is log 10 2p comma 2s is equal to in y-axis 3.61 comma 1.732. So now these values here we have to plot in graph. Okay, here we have to plot. So see, point A 3.3105 and 0.74 we plot here. Similarly 3.61 and 1.73 we plot here. Okay, y axis and x axis. So see 3.3105, that is in y axis, this 3.305, that is in y axis. Similarly in x axis 0.74. Similarly 3.61 and 1.74, 3.61 and 1.74. In y axis that is 3.61, in x axis that is 1.73. Okay, so that we have to plot in graph. Okay, next what we have to do means, so here they are said in that problem, for 15 centimeter how much ESWL we have to find, for 20 centimeter how much ESWL, and for log 25 centimeter how much ESWL. So here even x axis also that is in log scale, so that's why log 15, log to the base 10 15 how much, log to the base 20 how much, log to the base 10 25 how much, that we have to find. So that is for 15 centimeter 1.7176, 1.301, 1.398. Okay, so see for 1.176, 1.30 and 1.398. So this is the values. Corresponding these values, here we have to find, we have to find that is load value, that is ESWL. In y axis that is ESWL, in x axis that is, so see in x axis that is thicknesses, pavement thicknesses, in y axis that is ESWL in kg. Okay, so now 3.51, 3.48, 3.44, that means for 15 centimeter how much it is 3.44, for 20 centimeter 3.45, and similarly for 25 centimeter 3.51 value we get. So see 3.441, 3.4 and 3.51. But here whatever get the value, okay, whatever we got the value, that is logarithmic value. Okay, so we have to convert that logarithm to anti-log. Okay, so that's why 10 to the power of 3.441 is equal to how much, that is 2760 kg. 10 to the power of 3.48 3019, 10 to the power of 3.5 3253. So why we are converting means, here this is anti-log, so it is 3000 kg. Okay, so 3000 kg 2760 kg. So here because some mistake some erased here, so that is 2760 3000 kg and 3230 kg. So this is the concept. So now pavement thickness in centimeter, 15 centimeter 2760, 20 centimeter 3000, 25 3230. So first we have to convert log, after that anti-log. So first part is log, so here it is anti-log. 10 to the power of 3 point means anti-log. Okay, so main thing is here we have to plot point A point B coordinates. So already I said point A point B coordinates. So see, so here this we have to first set, this is one, another one is this is one. So these two values first we have to fix in graph. Okay, point A point B. So this preliminary part, point A point B first we have to fix. After fixing, here we have to draw one line, here we have to draw one line. After that again for pavement thickness, okay, how much value. Okay, so here again how much thickness, similarly how much thickness. So see this is how much thickness. Similarly for 15 20 25 centimeter how much thickness we have to, using this graph here we have to find. Okay, after getting these three values again we have to convert anti-log. So because in y axis that is ESWL in kg. Okay, so this is pavement thickness in centimeter. Okay, pavement thickness. Okay, pavement pavement thickness in centimeter. Okay, but in y axis it is ESWL kg, ESWL kg. In y axis ESWL kg, here thickness in centimeter, thickness in centimeter, thickness in centimeter, in y axis ESWL kg. So using this graph here we have to find these things. So this is the first problem. Next, in second problem, so here compared to problem, second one, a small trick is there. So what is the tricky they are given in that question? This is also question paper problem. A load wheel assembly carrying wheel load of 10 kilonewton. So instead of kg they are given kilonewton value. Each wheel load of 10 kg each wheel and tire pressure of 0.5 Newton per mm square. Here they are given 0.5 Newton per mm square, but in previous problem they are not given any tire pressure. And clear gap between the wheels is given, that is 40 mm. Determine the ESWL at 30 cm and 50 cm depth by graphical method. So P is given 10 kilonewton, D is given 40 mm, and tire pressure is given, that is small p 0.5 Newton per mm square. Here in bottom of the payment 30 centimeter and 50 centimeter how much ESWL they are asked. Okay, so that means, so here P is they are given 10 kilonewton. Okay, both we should be given as a 10 kilonewton. In that problem both we should be given as a 10 kilonewton. Here 30 centimeter how much, 30 centimeter how much ESWL, and 50 centimeter how much DMM, that is Z1 is equal to 30, Z2 is equal to 50, how much they are, here we have to find. Okay, next, so P is given, D is given 40 mm, S is not given, we have to calculate using the formula of S is equal to D plus 2A. But here A, how to calculate A means A is equal to, it is the ratio of square root of wheel load. Okay, wheel load divided by pi into tire pressure, this is very important. P divided by pi into small p. P means it is capital load, wheel load. Okay, S is equal to center spacing between the wheels, D is equal to clear gap between the wheels, P is equal to capital P is equal to wheel load, A is equal to radius of contact area, and small p is equal to tire pressure. That is given. How much it is? 0.5 Newton per mm square. So see, now in this diagram 200 mm center to center spacing given. S is equal to 200 mm, D is equal to 40 mm, and capital letter P is equal to 10 kilonewton. Using this, here we have to find A. So now A is equal to square root of capital letter P divided by pi into small p. So see, here they are taken, here tire pressure is given in Newton per mm square, 0.5 Newton per mm square. I want to find A in mm. Okay, that's why from kilonewton to Newton we have to convert. So because in tire pressure is given in Newton per mm square, right? So I want to cancel Newton. That's why capital letter P, that is kilonewton value. So we have to convert kilonewton to Newton. How to convert? 10 into 10,000, it may get convert kilonewton to Newton. So 10 into 10,000, that is in numerator, and pi into 0.5 Newton per mm square, that is in denominator. So after removing square root, so see here 10,000 y are taken means we are converting kilonewton to Newton, because in y numerator 0.5 Newton per mm square they are given. Okay, so A is equal to how much it is? 80 mm. So here unit conversion is very important. A is equal to 80 mm. Now S is equal to D plus 2A. D is given 40 mm plus 2 into A is already we found 80 mm. So S is equal to how much it is? 200 mm. So we are converting 200 mm to uh, centimeter. That means 1 mm is equal to means divided by 10. So 200 by 10 is how much it is? S is equal to 20 centimeter. We are converting mm to centimeter. Similarly, D is given 40 mm. We are converting 40 mm to centimeter. That is 4 centimeter. Why we are converting mm to centimeter means, so see, in that question they are given find the ESWL at 30 centimeter 50 centimeter depth. Okay, but in that problem they are not given find the ESWL at 30 mm and 50 mm. If it is in 30 mm to 50 mm, there is no need to convert mm to centimeter. But here they are given for finding the ESWL at 30 centimeter and 50 centimeter. That's why we are converting mm to centimeter. Okay, so now d by 2 2p 2s. Okay, same as last previous problem, point a p comma d by 2. So that means here logarithmic value, now log 10 p log 10 d by 2. Already I said why we are taking log means because we are converting logarithm graph to normal graph. So similarly log to the base 10 and log 10 2. Okay, so we are converting. Similarly, you know the value of p, right? So p means how much it is? P is, that is 10. Okay, that's why we are taken. And similarly D is how much it is? 2 centimeter. 2 by 2, that is 2. Similarly coordinates point A is equal to 1 comma 0.301. Okay, so on what basis they get means I will tell you later. Similarly 2p comma 2s. So log 10, 2p and 2s already we found. 2p is equal to 40, 2s is equal to 40. So see, 2p is equal to 20, 2s is equal to 40. So here coordinate b is 1.301 and 1.602. That means log to the base 10, log 10 to the base 10 means that is we have to convert. Log 10 how much it is 1, log 2 0.301. So similarly here log 10, log 20 1.301 and log 4 it is 1.602, 1.602. Okay, like that we have to find. That means first we have to find coordinates a and coordinates b using point p comma d by 2 and point 2b comma 2s. So this is the procedure. Next, here we have to find thicknesses, right? For finding ESWL for different thickness, for 30 centimeter thickness, log 10 30, how much it is 1.477. Similarly for log 10 50, how much it is 1.7. So now for 1.477, okay, for 1.477, how much ESWL? Okay, that we have to found in graph. For 1.7, how much ESWL that we have to found in graph. Okay, so how it is means. So see, 1.47, 1.7, okay, 1.47. Similarly it is in 1.7. Okay, this is 1.7, this value is 1.7, this is 1.47. Okay, so how much it is we have to find. First we have to same case here also, we have to plot point a point b. Okay, so now 1.47 for this one. Okay, and similarly 1.7, this is 1.7, this is 1.47. Okay, for 1.47, how much this one. Okay, for 1.47, how much this one. Similarly for 1.7, how much this one we have to calculate. So here we are getting some values, and main thing is here we have to first fix point a and point b. So after fixing point a and point b, so we have to draw a line, that is this line. After that for 1.47, how much y axis value, for 1.7 how much y axis value. So see here 1.325 one value, another 1.315, that is another value, 1.26 is another one is, so this is 1.26, this is 1.266. Okay, another this is 1.315. So this is another value. So for that one we have to convert. So see 1.266, 1.305. That means we are converting normal graph to logarithmic. How much it is? 18.45 kilonewton, 20.65 kilonewton. That indicates for pavement thickness of 20. So here for pavement thickness of 30 centimeter, how much it is? 18.45 kilonewton. For pavement thickness of 50 centimeter, how much it is? ESWL 20.65 kilonewton. Okay, this is the concept of ESWL. Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, don't forget. Thank you.